Day 4. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is one of my favorites. Actually, most of these are my favorites, but this is one of my favorites. It took me a long time to learn this. So I'm going to unpack this for you a little bit. Day 4 is meditating. Don't roll your eyes. Don't tell me you can't sit still for 10 or 20 minutes. I'm going to unpack that for you. So, meditating for 10 to 20 minutes a day. So we're going to start with that today. So this can happen when you wake up in the morning. Remember, we've got that 30 minutes extra. With your meditation, it doesn't have to be sitting still. Let me make that quite clear to you. You don't need to find that little meditation cushion, light that candle, sit still, and just be so anxious that you have to sit still for that 10 to 20 minutes. It's not about that at all. It's not about that at all. And it's also not about clearing the mind. That's a myth. That's such a myth. When you are meditating, you're literally just letting the thoughts flow. That's all it is. We're not trying to stop the thoughts at all. We're just letting them flow. So it's human nature. It's the way the mind works. The thought's going to float in just like a cloud, like the cloud in the sky. The thought's going to float on in. One thought's going to float out, and then another thought's going to float on in all the way after it. And that's just going to keep happening. When we meditate, all we're doing is observing those thoughts. So we notice that thought coming in. Oh, yesterday she said this to me. Okay, so you've acknowledged it. Let it float out. The next thought's going to come in. Oh my gosh, I've got to get that minced meat out for dinner because I've got to defrost it. Let that thought go. Oh my gosh, I've got to get the car registered. Oh my gosh, let that thought go. Oh shit, did I remember to feed the dog? Let that thought go. So we're watching those thoughts come in and float out, but we're not chatting to them, okay? We're not judging them, we're not chatting to them. And in regards to sitting still, you're more than welcome to sit still. You're more than welcome to find that beautiful spot in your house, that little corner. Maybe it's the bathroom, maybe it's in the bottom of your walk-in wardrobe. You could have this gorgeous space that you've set up for yourself. That's perfectly fine. You can put your music on and you can sit for that 10 or 20 minutes. If you don't have that, or you can't sit still for 10 or 20 minutes, no, don't worry about it. Don't stress. Walking is part of meditating too. So take yourself out in nature, just like we talked about yesterday, and just observe things. Let the thoughts flow. If you need to, when you're meditating, whether it's a walking meditation or it's a sitting meditation, maybe for you, it might be playing golf. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So as long as we're just acknowledging, giving ourselves time to acknowledge those thoughts, see them, observe them, let them flow in, let them flow out. If you need to, write them down, empty them out of your head. If you notice that there's a thought that's reoccurring, that same thought that keeps coming up and you're like, shit, it's really stressing me out, write it down, take it out of the head. And then when you're finished, when your time has gone off, whether it's 10 minutes or 20 minutes, have a look and see what you've written down, and then see what you need to do. See what you need to do to fix that thought. Well, not fix it. I shouldn't say fix it, but see what you need to do to release that thought. So if it's something simple that you need to do, you need to speak to that person, you need to email that person, you need to book that appointment, you need to go and check something, do it after you finish meditating. You've got this. I know you've got this. I'll see you tomorrow for day 5. Meditating today, walking, sitting, playing golf. You got it. See you tomorrow.